So this may not be the only opportunity. What I'm getting here is this may be a stepping stone for you to take to get to somewhere else, maybe even something better. Right now, you're not quite sure what this opportunity means for you. But to me, it feels like the doors are opening up to Cancer in one way or another. Now, the opportunity itself, it feels to me very much like there has already possibly been some communication. Maybe you've filled out an application for a job that you seem to like very much. There may be communications around that. If this has to do with governmental, contractual, things of a more high level, official nature, I think that is a good indication to me that you're on the right path. You're really moving towards something that feels successful, honestly open to whatever new beginnings are starting here. And the news is good, like I said. The Page of Pentacles is bringing solid indication here that your world, as far as your security, your money, your indulgences, the way you live, feel like they're getting better. And you may be experiencing all these things with a new partner. And this partner may be connected to a marriage or a marriage proposal that may be coming up too. Because it brings two lives together in two new ways. Both communication and the home, the foundation, the criticals that we need to live by. And so it's the tangible things here being brought together too. The movement changes, whatever this is that's developing here, it all feels like middle of the week, it's going the way you want it to go. It feels good, feels satisfying, it feels like things are going your way. Towards the end of the week, we get back to that energy again. But somewhere here in the middle of the week, maybe it's a feeling, a hunch, an emotion, something kind of sidetracks you. And it may take you off focus for a little while. It may knock you off balance a bit. And it may leave you in a bit of a dark place for a day or two. And maybe if you look at the phase of the moon, whenever the end of this week lands for you, take a look at where the positioning of the moon is during that timing. If it makes sense to you, and we're transitioning maybe new moon, full moon, watch for new beginnings around the new moon, watch for endings around the full moon. Both can be possible and materialize in the same situation. And I think for you, Cancer, even though you are the water sign, you are actually the Chariot, and even though I didn't bring it out to represent you, I forgot this time, there really is a feeling here that the new beginning is really terribly, terribly nice. There's clarity. Whether this is personal, it feels to me definitely to be professional, but it feels like you're bringing two things together, two elements together, maybe money and career, and those two things go together well. Maybe it's love and money, but there's open energy, and it feels like you're definitely moving in the right direction. I'm not finding the Chariot here. But, really, it feels to me like you guys are really going along well. It feels like there is an energy of well-being through whatever it is that you're going through right now. Definitely a great deal of clarity in your thinking. So even though you feel like you may have been knocked off balance about the middle of this week by something that maybe comes out of nowhere, maybe a situation arises with something and you're just feeling your way through a problem that gets you sidetracked from this going on in your life, whatever it is, whether it's a new beginning with money, love, maybe it's open communications with someone new. The energy feels satisfying, and it feels, in some ways, there are some successful victories here for whoever this is talking to. Now, let me get you a clarifier or two here. Let's see what is this action happening here towards the end of the week that feels like it might be getting in your way. Everything else feels really very nice and open. Feels like things are happening, maybe contractually, maybe a marriage proposal coming out of nowhere for someone like I felt earlier. But this can go either way. And maybe it's all three. Maybe you're at work, the boss offers you a great raise and a promotion. You go home, you propose to your girlfriend, and from then on you have this wonderful life. But in order to elope to Las Vegas, you need to go a different time because you can't fit it into your schedule. It's that kind of a disappointment. Yeah, it feels a little disappointing, but you know what? You're really kind of going with the flow here. So I don't think this is anything too serious for many of you. Some of you may experience a setback at that time of the week, but I have to say for the majority of you, it's a sidestep, it's a bump in the road, it's a hiccup, but it's nothing that you can't handle. Cancer, good for you. So we've got, the transforming of your life, maybe, transforming of a situation. We have a feeling here of help and service as this disappointing situation goes through a period of now we're getting transformation. So you can easily transform that hiccup at the end of the road. You can transform it into what it is that you want to make of the situation. Depending on what arises, have faith that you can handle it, whatever it is that comes up at that point in the road. You really are moving towards something very important for some of you. Clearly, there is a successful feeling of outcome towards the end of the week. Let's see here what we have got for our soul's journey from James Van Praagh. Let's see what that energy is for the week. We want these two, and what's on the bottom, growth. It says, I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. That is about personal growth. And then we have discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. You can get over this hiccup in the road. What do you want it to be? Change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Expect change to come with everything you're experiencing here, Cancer. And so I'm going to leave you with that. I think you're working towards something. The hiccup in the road is not anything that you can't deal with. It all looks very easy to manage, easy to flow through. You've got maybe an ideal partnership you're working with here, so that feels incredibly positive too. Whatever this is in the middle of the week, watch for phases of the moon to take you in and out of those kind of emotions as you experience it, because it doesn't all have to happen in 1 week. Time is malleable, and so are these readings. Some of the energies may not be felt until the future. So whatever this hump is that's coming down the road, maybe as soon as the end of this week, you're going to manage it and get through it absolutely fine, whatever it is. The outcome looks good for you.